When I first got into music, I was around 5. My dad bought me this small little acoustic guitar, and he taught me basic chords. With my cousin, when I was really little, we used to play in my basement little shows. And we were all nervous and scared, so we'd have my family sit on the steps so they couldn't see us for the first song, and we were like, come on in.
I started singing as soon as I could open my mouth. I went from crying out of the womb to singing. My parents were like, shut up!
People grow up in sports households, people grow up in households where, it's about one thing or another, and in our house, the fun was centered around music.
I've never written a song before with a professional, established producer.
No, I've never worked with a producer, a professional songwriter. I never worked with anybody like that before.
I was terrified to sing in front of anyone. Every single time I had this nervous feeling in the pit of my stomach where I just didn't want to do it because it was well, what if I fail? What if I can't hit that note?
YouTube gave me direction and a platform.
Hey, what up, player, man? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, Nate.
John.
What's up, man? Jake.
John, that's me.
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah, man.
Hey, guys!
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Welcome, welcome. Jacques.
Megan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So we have to write a song.
I mean, we don't have to.
Or we could just hang out if you
just
want.
hang out and just...
I'm fine. Just want to talk about our feelings.
So when I found out I was working with John Fields, I was already familiar with him, but yeah, I definitely looked him up even more, checked out everything he's done, and it made me even more excited and even more nervous.
I was a little scared to be like, oh, hey, this is what I've been thinking of. I haven't done this before, but, just take it or leave it.
So I was nervous, but I was also really excited, and I was on the phone with my mom the night before, and she's like, all right, just put on your Rachel singing hat. You have lots of different hats that you put on, and now it's time to put on your Rachel sings and writes hats, which you can do.
I'm nervous about losing myself in working with somebody who's so established.
Songwriting feels so intimate to me and so personal and so me in my own head and working things out. And the idea of doing that in front of another person freaks me out a little bit.
My policy is always just kind of go with just whatever happens.
I really wanted to find out where he truly wanted to go, in his heart of heart.
So it's hey, here's a stranger. Do the most intimate thing you can do with your clothes on with each other.
Here's my idea. What do you think about this? And you give it to that person. And then they say, okay, well, I'll take that and change it and give you this. I think it takes a certain type of person to do it. And when you work with those people, a lot of magic happens.
It's tough as a producer to work with another producer. You're gonna take it 2 different ways.
But ask yourself, are we hurting evolution by polluting a love like this? We sparkle brighter than the sun's own rays.
I'm really afraid that we sit down and he doesn't like anything that I have, and it just doesn't, nothing flows, nothing comes out of it.
My nightmare scenario would be if I can't get any words out.
I'd say my dream scenario for working with John would be just to walk in, maybe bring an idea or two, hopefully vibe off each other.
In my mind, I walk in, James punches me in the face and is like, you don't deserve to be here. And I'm like, just give me a chance. And then he says, fine. And then I sit down and he puts a guitar in my hands and I go, I don't know how to play. And then he's like, we're just gonna do this. And it's a heavy metal song and I'm like, ah.
When I write my songs, I want it to be directly from my experiences.
And there's nothing worse than sitting down to write and they're like, I don't know what I wanna say, I don't know what I wanna do. Whereas at least Nikki was like, I have this story and I wanna say this.
Kind of know where I would want to go as a musician, so I would know what I didn't want to do. So I think if the producer was like, hey, we should make a hard-hitting club banger, I would say probably not.
So I'm waiting for you.
He was like, play me something. So I played him what I had and we just went for it.
I think it's really helpful when someone comes in with an idea already predetermined, just because it's them, especially for a song for them. So it's we don't feel like we're throwing our ideas on top of them or trying to mold them or force them to sing about something. Yeah, sing this now. He kind of came in with his own vibe, and then we can kind of build on that and really tailor a song to him.
You play things, and then I'm gonna start writing down ideas, girl.
Okay.
Okay.
kind of doubt my voice sometimes. That's just not me, and I'm not gonna be able to pull that off. And both of them were like, yeah, you can pull it off. You just gotta go for it. You have to commit to it.
I wake up, you're gone again. Whispers in
So like some of those high notes, I was just like, wait, you're right. I can hit those notes.
I can't stand the light. There's a little piece of me every time I watch you leave, and I refuse to fight for something you can't even see.
She knows how to come up with lyrics really quick. We try. That's good. That's good. It's not enough. There you go. You got it. That's.
I hope you die.
Well, you could say that, but that'd be a little kind of illegal.
I would never have known that she hadn't done this a million times before.
Yeah, I was impressed for sure. She definitely had confidence.
I was very surprised at how confident I was.
Maybe it's like the YouTube background that she has really kind of helped her. It was like a catalyst into working on her own music.
Turning me all inside out.
It is as tough now as it's ever been to move the needle. Having said that, I think she has as good, if not better, a chance at doing that as anybody I've worked with in the last 5 years.
He said that? Oh my God.
It's not often that you have the magic moments where it all ties together in a way to where the lyric can mean one thing here and a completely separate thing here, and that's what really drew me to the song, and that's what I really liked about John.
With every songwriting session, there's a moment where you get that moment of like, okay, this is the juice. Like we've got the melody.
I gave as much as I could, honestly. I was just okay with being vulnerable.
I think the more that I keep doing this, and hopefully if people like it, that'll be a confidence boost. Then I'll be able to say whatever I want in front of my camera and make whatever I want into a song. This whole thing has just really helped me out a lot.
Covers on YouTube just help people find you. Once they get there, I'm gonna have something of me to show them. This has really lit a fire under me. I wanna start making my own voice heard.
The whole time you're like smiling, like I can't believe I'm here working with this producer and they want to work with me, and it's just a great collaborative effort.